Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I'm gonna be giving you mini reviews of newly released manhwas so you can get an idea of whether they are something that you would like to read or not. The first one that I'm absolutely loving is the gangster daughter of the henchman duke's family. I remember reading its promo and hoping that it would be released soon as a full manhwa, and here we are. I'm absolutely loving it. If you like stories where there's a baby, you're gonna be loving this one. Basically, she finds herself to be reincarnated as a character in a storybook where she is gonna die along with her whole family. So she wants to change her fate. Being an assassin in her previous life, she decides to train her brothers and fix her relationship with her father and solve all the crises. And it's just so fun to read. The art is incredible. The expressions on her face are so freaking adorable. The next one that I'm really into right now is Why Are You So Obsessed with Your Freak Wife? Our heroine, Nadia, is an illegitimate daughter, which is why she is abused and treated horribly, and at the end, she is betrayed by her family and her fiance and dies miserably. She then finds herself back in time and decides to change her fate. She decides to marry her father's enemy by convincing her father that she would become his spy. So after her marriage, she devotes herself to fixing all the issues that her husband's territory has. She's very smart since she has the knowledge of the future. She's able to fix so many issues, divert so many of the threats. She's absolutely incredible, and of course, the main lead falls in love with her. I remember someone mentioning in the comments that it's kind of like how to win my husband over, but I wouldn't say it is exactly like that because this one is not depressing. This one is pretty fun to read. How to win over my husband. I remember reading it and I just felt so frustrated and I felt so bad for Ruby. But this one's not like that. You're just gonna have a good time reading this one. You will not be depressed. An extremely unique element of this manhwa is that the second main lead is actually the one who has isekai'd into this world from the modern world. And I feel like he's a very misunderstood character. You will know once you read this manhwa. Usually, what happens with the isekai manhwas is that it's the heroine who has isekai'd into this world from the modern world, but it's totally not the case here. Here's the second main lead, is the one who has isekai'd into this world. Very unique. I have been absolutely obsessed with it. I'm eating it up. I just wait impatiently for each chapter to be released. So I would highly recommend you to check this one out. And of course, the first one that I mentioned, the gangster baby one. Next is Just the Male Lead's Friend, and in this one, our female lead finds herself to be a character in a storybook where she is the main lead's best friend who is in love with him and eventually, I think, dies. No, I don't think she dies, but I guess yeah, her love remains unrequited. Um, in this story, she suddenly remembers this, but she still decides to become male lead's friend because she realizes how badly he needs a friend. This story begins when they're kids, and it's just so nice to see their friendship, their bond. It's incredible. This manhwa had me hooked, loved it. One thing I would say is that male lead's father is one of the most disgusting characters that I have seen, and I had the urge to just strangle him. If he were a person, real person, I really would have hit him with something or strangle him because he infuriated me. absolutely disgusting the way he treated him, his wife, the way he destroyed others' lives. Um, I just, ugh, I can't. Regardless, incredible story, lovely, lovely characters, very endearing. I love female leads parents. They are so funny, especially their interactions where trying when they're trying to tease each other. I think the most of them are in first chapter. You laugh a lot when you read them. So I've talked about some that I really, really love. How about I talk about something that I did not like? And that is the fitness villainess. But in all honesty, I haven't given it a proper go. I only read first chapter and maybe few panels of the second chapter. I just didn't find myself wanting to read it. There was nothing special about it. Our female lead finds herself in the body of a really, really fat, horrible villainess who dies in the story because she's unhealthy. She's really, really fat. She's obese. So there's, I know there's a tag there in the beginning that there gonna be some body shaming there, fat shaming there, but I don't know. I just wasn't able to get into this mama. I mean, the story didn't captivated me. Granted, I have only read first chapter. I didn't find art to be that attractive. I didn't like the way they're handling this subject. I think these kind of subjects need to be handled with care. Anyways, these are my thoughts right now. For now, I do not have any plans of continuing reading it. Maybe later in the future, but not right now. And neither would I recommend you reading it because there are some incredible manhwas that have been released. I'd rather you read those than this one. But if you have read this one, I would love to know your thoughts on it. Now I'm gonna review a manhwa that I actually like. 10 Ways to Get Dumped by a Tyrant. Okay, this mama, even the title, of course, is gonna remind you of how to lose a guy in 10 days. So basically, our female lead finds herself isekai'd into the body of a character who's engaged to a tyrant, who's the main lead, and she's gonna die by his hands. The poor thing is also abused at home because I think she's an illegitimate child. Anyways, so once she finds herself in her body, she's like, okay, I'm gonna act like a total lunatic, crazy, like a crazy person and get this tyrant to dump me, to break off the engagement so that I don't have to die. She also starts talking back to her family, which is great. So she acts like a total nut job, and reminds me of course, that character Andy from the movie How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. So I've been really liking this one so far. Only 9 episodes have come out as of now, and I'm eagerly waiting for more to be released so I get to read them all. I don't know why I have a feeling that the tyrant label is kind of wrong and he's just a misunderstood character. We see a lot in most of the cases where there's a tyrant label in the title, but we realize that it's just they're just misunderstood characters, and I feel like that might be the case because we remember the movie How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. The guy, I don't remember his name, also he's pretending to be someone he's not in front of Andy. So I feel like in this mama too, he's also pretending, and so is she. And I think it's gonna be funny seeing how it all unravels. So I highly recommend you to check this one out as well. So there you go. These were the mini previews. I read most of the newly released manhwas, and the ones I love, I just keep reading, and the ones I don't, I just abandon them. And I found some really great ones. Like in this video, I've told you about 4 amazing manhwas and amazing new finds, and one dud, of course, but that might be my fault because I haven't given it a proper read. But yeah, I highly recommend you to check those four out. And if you have already read them, please share your thoughts down below, whether you like them or not. Or have you read any new manhwas recently? If you have, do leave some recommendations down below for me to check out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.